Oh yeah, gentlemen of crypto are back. We are back. Today it is the gentleman, Bitcoin Zay. Today is August 16th, Thursday. And yes, want to start off with rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. Had to kick the morning off with that. Definitely a legend. And you know, the R&B game, Queen of Soul, started everything off. Had to kick it off with Aretha this morning. Sad day, sad news. But like we said, people got to live, people got to go. She left a great legacy. And, you know, one of the best things about her, I do want to say my favorite story about Aretha Franklin is she only ever accepted cash. So if Bitcoin was around, you know, when she was first starting out, she probably would have started accepting that too. So shout out to her. But yeah, wait for a few more people to come in. Shout out everybody on Facebook coming on in there. How you doing? Gabriel Hernandez, Sebar, how you doing? John Siebert, what's going on? Antonio in there. So let's get it started off. For our free Satoshi winner from yesterday, didn't have a winner. However, we did have a great comment from Alec G. He basically told the story about how our question was about Chase Bank. There was a guy who had over 300,000 frozen by Chase Bank. Same guy said Bitcoin was stupid before. I'm sure he has changed that sentiment now that he has experienced what banks do. But Alec G, one of our moderators, shout out to him. He definitely is one of the people that has helped us come along a long way. His story was similar. He tried to take out money. They froze his account. And then they said he had to fill out some paperwork and then he could get his money. But they had to fax it to the East Coast. And then the East Coast had to process and he wouldn't get his money, you know, at a certain time. So that's one of the biggest reasons he has said he went into Bitcoin, even though he heard about it a year or two later. So shout out to Alec G for that story. For those of you who haven't had a similar story, I have as well with a different bank. That definitely has pushed me towards the crypto side. So thanks for that comment. So let's get into some news. Got a few more people coming in. Kevin Hodges, Marcellus Love, what's up going on? What's going on? Cashta, Vivian, thank you all. Dan the Man, thank you all for coming on in. So first things first, let's kick off the news for today. Bitcoin has finally seen close to an ETF, but is actually an ETN, an exchange traded note. It'll be on the NASDAQ Stockholm Exchange. This is actually really great news, simply because this has already been around. The ETN that we're referring to, it was on a Swedish exchange in 2015. And now they've actually quoted it in dollars under the ticker CXBTF as of Wednesday. So it's quoted here. CoinShares Holdings CEO Ryan Radloff told Bloomberg, everyone that's invested in dollars can now get exposure to these products, whereas before they were only available in euros or Swedish krona. Given the current climate on the regulatory front in the U.S., this is a big win for Bitcoin. Absolutely, because this is, you know, the U.S. is one of these places where they want to regulate everything into the ground, get their money. But this is good that you can actually buy the asset and it's actually exchanged in U.S. dollars. So you can actually purchase this instrument or this asset. So one of the things they've stated here is that it's got significant attention from U.S. regulators. If approved, a lot of the opinions are split. You know, some of the Bitcoin people are like, well, we don't need Wall Street people. And then some of the Wall Street people are like, well, we need this ETF to enter the market. But looks like it is a good time for Bitcoin as far as getting the ETN. And it's being called a soft crypto ETF. It's maybe a good test. You know, oftentimes before legislation goes through or oftentimes before they approve something, they kind of test it out with other countries or other countries test it out, see if it works, and then we copy it. So, you know, hopefully the SEC in America can get their act together and we may be able to get an ETF sometime soon. So that is for the ETN. Moving forward, a U.S. investor, if you haven't seen, this U.S. investor has filed a $224 million lawsuit against AT&T. That is, you know, nothing to not take seriously. This is actually one of the lawsuits that goes against the fact that they lost $24 million in crypto. Let me stop right there. First of all, people, please do not keep $24 million in crypto on your phone. Please do not keep all of your two-factor authentication on the same phone. Don't keep all your passwords and all of your apps on the same phone. Get a backup phone, get a burner phone, you know, store it offline. Keep your crypto in a hardware wallet. Our warriors, we know this by now. We've said this over and over. But this guy, according to him, lost 24 million in crypto. The plaintiff's name is Michael Turpin. He filed a 69-page complaint with the U.S. District Court in L.A., alleging that 24 million in crypto was stolen via digital identity theft from his cell phone account. He was a victim of 2 hacks in 7 months, and I believe that they cooperated with the hacker as an imposter in order to get, a fake ID or to actually identify himself to steal that crypto. So he's asking for 200 million in punitive damages, even though he lost 24 million, because I'm sure that kind of set him back from being able to do other things. Also, in this market, I believe if you lose that much crypto, at some point, Bitcoin's price will 10x from here, maybe 5, 10, 15 years from now. However, if that 24 million is gone, you have no chance of getting it back. So that is actually a good way to try and recover your money. I'm sorry to hear that from him, but kind of sucks. But honestly, you got to have a little bit more. I mean, if you're walking around with 24 million in crypto, or if you have all of your security based on your phone, you're already doing it wrong. So maybe he should reach out to KRBE. We can show him some security tips to get it together. But yes, that is from Michael Turpin. But let's look at some of these comments. Let's see. Yep, John Sieber. Yeah, that's definitely a warrior protocol. Security is one of the biggest things we talk about on this show. It's no point in making a lot of money in crypto or being involved in crypto if you don't protect your assets. There's no point. So let's see. What's a good hardware wallet? Two of the best ones, two that I use. OpenDime is a great one to use. There, I think it's $35 for 3 of them. You can actually store it on different open dimes. You can put them in a safe. Also, Trezor Wallet, which we actually gave away a free one last month, and I have them myself. Trezor Wallet is probably the best one on the market to me. Also, Ledger, the Ledger Nano, and the Ledger card that they have, where you can actually store offline. So I would suggest definitely using a hardware wallet so you don't get 24 million swiped from you, even if it's $24. I mean, you don't want to lose, your money. So definitely, not a good thing for him, but hopefully it gets resolved with AT&T. I'm sure they'll settle at some point. It'll probably be, a little bit less, but it'll definitely be a significant amount of money, in my opinion. So moving forward, let's go on to Thailand, good old Thailand. Well, Thailand regulators announced today that they have so far approved 7 business entities to conduct cryptocurrency operations as part of the formalization of the country's domestic market. So the companies that they've actually allowed to operate in Thailand under, the SEC is Bitcoin Co. Or BX, BitCub Online, Cash to Coins, Group Co. and Coin Asset Co. In addition, they had 2 cryptocurrency dealers, Digital Coin Co. and Coins TH. Now, if you're not familiar with these companies, that's fine. The point of the news, or the point of telling you this, is that countries are finding ways to regulate companies and allowing them to operate. So if you're, one of those doubters who believe, well, regulators would never let it happen. This is a global currency, people. Of course, they're going to let it happen. Some countries, they definitely need the entrepreneurship and the technological innovation to continue. And then other countries like the US, where most of Bitcoin users are from, are using it, either for speculative gain, for long-term investment. So it's not going to get regulated away. We do, some of these regulations are kind of weird, I will say, especially in regards to ICOs. They don't really have a name for it, but this is good to see that in Thailand, they have transitional rules governing crypto businesses, which is, great to see, because at least they're, trying to get it together as far as regulation. Also, it's quoted here. In addition, the SEC is currently reviewing the data of 2 other digital asset operators that have filed an application under the transitional provision. So good to see these companies are coming out. If you have an ICO and you want to actually, have it in Thailand, you have people now who are actually looking at regulating it. Not sure how ICOs will be regulated long term in the US, but we did discuss it being a crowdfunded type project, which is, a more innovative way. Definitely. So let's see. Let's get into some more questions. Let's see. Do you still think we can get to 20K this year? From a TA standpoint, no, I don't think we will. I think we'll have more of an extended bear market, but I don't think it'll be as bad as people think. However, from a fundamental standpoint, the news or the underlying asset of buying Bitcoin from large institutions could come about. And all of a sudden you have FOMO by people who have been on the sidelines, who've heard plenty of information about Bitcoin. We have plenty of ways to buy it now. So that is possible from a fundamental standpoint, but from TA, I don't see it going to 20K this year. Let's see what else we got. What is a good anonymous email web service? Proton Mail. I definitely use Proton Mail. Have a bunch of accounts on there. Love it. I think for $5 a month, you can get 5 different accounts. You can get storage online. Of course, they do 2-factor authentication, and it's based in Switzerland. So it's definitely one of the best encrypted email places there. So yep, Proton Mail. Let's see what else we got. Let's see, nothing there. Yeah, let's hope next year we hit 20K. I mean, a lot of people are hoping for it. A lot of people don't realize that run to 20K was over the course of, I think, 3 weeks. So it wasn't like, it was at 6K at the beginning of December, and then it just took off. That's how fast the market moves. So if we're sitting at 6K or 7 or 8 in the next few months and it takes off again, I can only imagine if it breaks through 20K, the amount of people who have been told about Bitcoin, who have a small amount of Bitcoin and want to buy more. All of these, your mom, your grandmother, your uncles, everybody that's been told about the newcomers, because a lot of the newcomers, once they're down in Bitcoin, they become evangelists who, to show people how to use it, how to buy it. So definitely they will, the price could go crazy. So let's see. We'll see. Alpha Robin still waiting on that blockchain shirt to hit your website. Yeah. Well, I got that custom made. So yeah, we'll definitely have that up. We have more shirts come in later this month. So definitely look out for that. And I'll make sure I put the link right here. Let's see. So moving forward, let's get into some more news. UEFA, which is the governing union of European Football Association, or more commonly known as the head of the soccer association. They have actually completed a successful trial of mobile ticketing app with blockchain. Shout out to them. Shout out to the UEFA. Honestly, as far as sports go, being involved with Bitcoin, we've seen it before. We have football cards and baseball cards being traded on Ethereum's blockchain. We have Bitcoin being accepted by the Sacramento Kings. And now we have soccer, where they've actually have a mobile ticketing app using blockchain technology. Their aim is to make it more simple and more safe. I don't watch a lot of soccer. However, it is the most popular sport in the world. So if there is a ticketing app that uses blockchain, that's just more, more promotion, more technology innovation, where people can actually look and say, hey, this technology works. Why would I not use it, from a crypto standpoint or long-term from a technical standpoint? And one of the best parts about it is that the ticket distribution system will work in combination with mobile Bluetooth devices at the entrances of the football stadium. So if you've, either taken a metro, or if you've gone to a stadium and you swiped a card by Bluetooth and the payment was instant, that's basically what this app is doing, except, long term, I think it'll be with cryptocurrencies. Right now, they're just using blockchain technology to make it secure. So they have stated, that they are fine tuning and they have improvements coming for the trials. And, the UEFA says it plans to continue developing the system with the intention of using it at other football events. So great to see there from the UEFA, definitely. So not a lot of news today. Just wanted to get it out. A few things that's going on today. However, one of the big things going on right now as we speak, we have discussed a lot about the Brave browser, and we've talked about the technology behind it. We're actually looking at making that one of our next platforms that we stream from on Brave, using the Brave browser. So right now, the CEO of Brave, also the creator of BAT, the basic attention token, he's also the inventor of JavaScript, and he founded Mozilla Firefox. So definitely very smart guy, Brendan Eich. He's doing an AMA on Reddit right now from 9:30 to 11. You can get your questions answered by him. One of the best things about this AMA is that he's actually, reaching out to people to try and get to use his platform over Google and over some of these other intrusive websites. They have DuckDuckGo, is a privacy-centered search engine. Definitely doing all the right things for privacy, and will be an asset to the crypto market going forward. So definitely, if you want to get on that AMA, I've posted the link here where you can ask any questions. Feel free to ask whether or not, KRBE could partner with them and accept some BAT, which we, definitely will. So you can definitely do that today. Let's get into some more questions, though. Alex Daly jumping in. What's going on? Go ahead and go ahead and let us know if you think it's going to 5K or 4K. Let us know, because you are a resident bear in here. Love it. Let's see. John Siebert. Tommy Lee said that Bitcoin did most of his big moves in 2 weeks or so. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, most bull runs, they come so quick and they happen so fast. That's how you get FOMO, because people are looking at the price and every day it goes up $1,000, $2,000. They're like, I gotta buy something. So that's how FOMO happens. Let's see, Alex Daily 7K by October. Yeah, I have that same sentiment. 7 or 8K around by then. I just don't think the blast off to 20K will happen without some sort of big development or some sort of collapse in a big market as far as fiat goes. So a couple of announcements before we get out of here. Like I said, not a lot of news today, but a couple of announcements. First, World CryptoCon. Me and King will be there, definitely holding it down for the Crypto Warriors, KRBE. That'll be October 31st. The tickets, we give a discount for our tickets. I'm putting the code in here now. So you can actually put that code in to take off $250 from your ticket. Also, I will be speaking on the panel at the Black Blockchain Summit, September 10th through 11th. That will be in the great city of DC. CryptoCon will be in Las Vegas. Yep. So CryptoCon is in Las Vegas. Black Blockchain Summit is in DC. Also, as you know, we have our crypto shirts available on shop KRBE. Crypto.com going now. Have a lot of interest in those new shirts, and we're putting new shirts out later this month. So that is the announcements we have going forward for some of the events. And let's get into a few more questions before we end it. So what would be the effect on BTC if Trump announces a return to the gold standard for USD? Well, first things first, I don't think he can announce a return to the gold standard, because I don't think we have the gold holdings in order to actually have that happen. You have to prove that you have the gold that you have in order to back it up. That's why we left the gold standard in 71, because China, they started questioning us, like, do you have this gold? We don't believe you. So we left it and kind of went to what we call a debt-backed system, where basically all we do is create debt and we just keep it going. We just keep borrowing and then keep creating debt. However, if there was a way the USD would be backed by gold, for one, if we're backed by gold, that means China owns us, because we would have to get the gold from China. And then for two, if it is backed by gold and China basically owns us, China is the biggest miner of Bitcoin in the world. So I believe that will actually help the Bitcoin price, because if USD is stabilized, that will push people to invest in assets or stable assets like Bitcoin going forward. And maybe, in my opinion, Bitcoin could replace it. Because Bitcoin can be backed by gold. I mean, China could do it next week if they wanted to, but they've been buying up all. Yeah, absolutely, crypto key. They've been buying up all the gold. So if you're thinking about being backed by gold, we might as well just sign over our country to China, because that's who owns it all. So that's what I think about that. Let's see if we can get some more questions in here before we get out. Don't look like it. Let's see. Welcome, Kendria and Deshaun. Thank you for joining in today. Oh yeah. So let's see if we get a few more questions in here. Don't look like we haven't any more. So our question of the day to win the free Satoshis. The Toshi Coinbase wallet that just released, will you use it? A lot of people don't like Coinbase, or say Coinbase is, evil, is turning into Facebook. But they did release a new wallet, or they renamed a old wallet Toshi and call it the Coinbase wallet. Will you use it if they have decentralized ERC20 tokens, such as 0x, BAT? Those are some of the ones I think they'll actually probably end up listing. Let us know what you think. Will you use that Toshi Coinbase wallet, or will you stay away from Coinbase like a lot of people have before? Put your public address and we'll send those free Satoshis. So checking on Polymath today, Deshaun. Also, let's see, Substratum. I'll look at that today. Definitely Marcellus. So haven't really checked it out, but I'll see if it is similar to the Brave browser. So once again, thank you all for watching. I am Bitcoin Zay. We'll definitely be back tomorrow. Doing solo tomorrow as well. But thank you all for your support, and we'll speak to you soon. You all have a good one.